Question 18, we have some simultaneous equations. And I'm going to start by labelling them 1 and 2. So this is equation 1 and equation 2. We have coefficients of x, coefficients of y, both in which are different in this case. And that's our job, make them the same. So we can either make the x's the same or the y's the same. And it just looks a little bit easier for me to make the y's the same. So I'm going to try and make them both 3y. If you've done it x's, you would have made them both 4x. Just follow it through, you should get the same answers in the end. So I'm going to take equation 1 and triple it. 4x times 3 would be 12x, y times 3 would be 3y, and 25 times 3 would be 75. Because I've formed a new equation, I'm going to label it with the new label. Now, I always prefer to rewrite the one I'm going to be comparing it to underneath. So I have the coefficients the same, both are a 3, so I now have to eliminate them. And I'm going to do that by either adding these two together or subtracting them. So some people find this quite hard. So at the moment, this is what I have. A 3y and a minus 3y. Now if I add these together, you should be able to see that you get this. And a positive and a negative becomes a minus. So 3y minus 3y would be 0, and it would be eliminating them. So that is what I need to do, is add them. I'll just show you. If I would have subtracted them, I would have had 3y minus my negative 3y. That turns into a plus, and therefore would not be eliminated. So I'm going to say equation 3 add equation 2. 13x's eliminated, and what's that? So 80, 91. Now, I don't know my 13 times tables that well. So I don't know how many of those go into that, but I know it's going to be a number. If you think of the 3, and think of your 3 times tables, one of those should end in a 1. And I know 3 sevens are 21. So I'm thinking that 13 times 7 is 91. So I'm going to check it. So 70 plus 20, yeah, it works. So if I've confused you a bit there, just do some trial and error. 13 times 5, 13 times 6, 13 times 7, until you get 91. But you can use an educated guess. You're trying to times this number by something, so it will end in a 1. 3 times 5 is 15, so it can't be 5. 6 is 18, that's not an 8, it cannot be it. That's what I did. So now I know that x is 7, I'm going to substitute it into one of them. I like the positive one best, I think it looks a lot easier to do. So I'm going to write sub in equation 1. So 4 times 7, because x is 7, plus a y is 25. So 28 add y is 25. So sometimes you look at this and you go, oh, I've gone wrong because 28 is bigger. But this can be a negative number. So I have to take away 3. So y must be a negative 3. Please don't finish now. You must check that it works in the opposite one that you substituted. So if we subbed in 1, we check in 2. So let's do it. X take away 3y is 16. So x was 7, take away 3y is 16. Sorry. So 3 of those would be 9. So 7 take away negative 9, this turns into a positive, making 16. So I know I'm right. So x was 7 and y is negative 3.